I'm going to be quitting caffeine and coffee for at least 30 days. And coffee right now is actually the only form of caffeine I consume. I used to take pre-workout for certain periods of my journey, and I haven't taken it in a while. So when I say quit caffeine, it really just means quit coffee. I have been consuming at least 2 cups of coffee per day for a while now. And the main reason I'm doing this is to help regulate my nervous system. I've gone on a very aggressive and painful inner emotional journey and nervous system related journey over the last couple of years. I made several videos on it, and so I won't go into it here. But one thing I've kind of become more and more aware of as of recently is my body and my nervous system. It seems to be in a constant kind of mild state of fight or flight, and I'm not sure if that's the exact correct terminology to use, but that's just kind of what it feels like. And by the way, forgive my voice. I'm a bit sick right now, so I can't really breathe through my nose that well. But anyways, forgive me. And so in this little chapter of my journey, since I got home from Bali a month ago, I've spent some time in my apartment in Kelowna. I have done a lot of meditation, and I've spent a lot of time on my own, and one of the things that just became so present to me is my body just feels like agitated. Not in like an angry sense, but it just, my leg always shakes like against the ground. That's been something that's been going on for my whole life. But also just like sensations in my stomach, in my solar plexus area, my heart. It just feels like a constant state of stress almost. And I know that I'm the type of person that's wired like tightly wired. And so some of it's just, I think, just how I tend to operate. But at the same time, I know that I've become aware that there's absolutely a level to be uncovered within my self-development where I'm just more at peace, more tranquil, more grounded, and not just constantly like antsy, I guess you could say as well. Also, picking my nails, another symptom of just having like built up, I think, energy and anxiety or stress in the body or something. Again, I'm not completely sure on the correct terminology to use here, but what I do know is I'm at a point where I'm going to take initiatives to move my self-development in the right direction, and I'm not 100% sure that each and every initiative I take will generate potent results. However, I'm going to take the initiatives that have a high probability of generating my desired results. And in the realm of regulating my nervous system, grounding myself, and becoming more tranquil, more present, eliminating caffeine fits in line with that. And so I'm going to miss my coffee, like trust me. The 6 a.m. version of Zach tomorrow morning is not necessarily going to be thrilled with this decision. Just waking up to a hot cup of Joe, it's one of the simple pleasures in life, as I'm sure many of you can relate to. And so I will miss that, absolutely. In fact, I might actually replace my mornings with something else. Like usually what I do right now is I wake up, do my shower and brush my teeth, get dressed, etc. And then I head down to a co-working space that's in my building, and I pretty much begin my morning routine there. And there's a coffee machine down here. I don't have one in my unit yet, so I've just been using the one in my building, and I've been bringing down my coffee pods to the room, and pretty much getting to work where I crush 2 cups of coffee and then get on with my day. However, I think that if I were to embark on that process the same way, just without coffee, it would just be not fun. and it'd be kind of harder to wake up, etc. And so what I think I'm going to do instead is place my workouts first thing in the morning. just so I don't miss the caffeine as much. I think that if I crush a lot of water and electrolytes and get my day going with a workout, then have breakfast after, I hope to distract myself from the fact that I'm not consuming coffee. And anyways, I'm just going to try that. I don't know how effective an initiative that will be. Like I said, I'm just doing things that have a high probability of moving me in the right direction. And so this is my current protocol. And I'm giving myself 30 days because I'm not going to say like I'm quitting caffeine forever. I'm also not gonna say, I'm doing it for 3 days because, what kind of results will happen over that time. I'm gonna give myself a nice 30-day chunk, a nice data set of 30 days, just to see how it feels and to see what type of effects. I feel like 30 days is long enough to really gauge whether or not this is a worthwhile initiative or not. I can always re-implement caffeine very intentionally if I desire, but this is what I'm going to do now, and that's why. Just regulate my nervous system. I'm doing other initiatives as well. I'm doing daily meditation, very slow, conscious breathing for at least 10 minutes a day at night to slow myself down and things of this nature. I'm also very consciously breathing just during the day, in traffic, when I'm at the gym, even when I'm with people. Oftentimes I'll take like a nice deep breath, like, which I do often. And honestly, as you start meditating, as you start getting into that realm and that practice, a nice juicy deep breath is so satisfying. And as they say, you're only one conscious breath away from changing your inner state. And so I love to breathe deeply whenever I feel the calling to. And when I'm with people, sometimes they're like, "Are you okay?" Because typically a deep breath like that is associated with someone, going through something, or, just holding their tongue on something, or feeling anger about something. But it's not the case. I just like to take deep breaths. So anyways, I digress. So long story short, eliminating the caffeine for 30 days is one of several initiatives I'm taking to move my nervous system in the right direction. I think it's been, in fight or flight or whatever for a long time, if not the majority of my adult and adolescent life. And so I recognize that this will be kind of a potentially a difficult process to unwind, but I'm just called to really dive into it in this particular chapter of my journey. I'm called to master my inner world to the extent that I can. Again, the philosophy of elite self is becoming the version of yourself you need to become in order to max out what you define to be your true potential. And I know that in order to max out my true potential in life, to build elite self into what I know it truly can be, and to impact the world in the way that I'm called to impact it, this is one of many crucial elements of my self-development that I must embark on. Regulating my nervous system, taking complete control, or at least a lot more control over my nervous system, and just kind of relaxing the sympathetic nervous system and learning to process energy through my body, I think, as well. I think that there's probably a lot of, again, I'm not sure what exact terminology is most accurate here, but I think that there's a lot of stuck, quote unquote, stuck energy in my body. And, one of the things that led to my big kind of painful inner emotional healing journey, whatever I call it, over the last 2 years is I suppressed emotions for my entire life. And then a lot of that deep shit that I just suppressed my entire life got fully exposed, and I had to face it. But I think that there's still a lot in there. It just feels like it, And after you start, really looking on the inside, doing meditation, doing journaling, you start to gain more self-awareness of your body, the sensations in your body, and what they can mean. And so after years and years now of meditation, I can feel quite obviously that there's just like a ton of just energy. It feels like stress, kind of feels like it's burning sometimes. And I know it's not biological in the sense that I know it's not acid reflux or heartburn or any of these things, because I've had those too. I know what they feel like. You can feel when it's energetic, and I know that there's a lot that's there. So anyways, I'm gonna do more things in the future too, a lot more different types of meditation. I'm really only starting to dive into this. I've been doing some stuff, you know, meditation, journaling, and reading and education along these lines, but I feel the calling now to really just dive head first into this and make some progress. So I wanted to share it with you guys because I want to let you guys in a little bit more. One quote that's becoming more front of mind for me recently is the idea of dying empty, meaning that whenever you die, which we don't know when will happen, die empty, meaning that every day before you died, you just let it out. The lessons, whatever wisdom you have, whatever process you're going through, whatever challenges you're facing, just die empty, just share it. And yeah, so I guess YouTube, I can feel it as, you know, a vessel for me to kind of let you guys in and communicate all these things a bit more. And I'll probably end up posting some of this stuff on Instagram in some capacity or other platforms as well. But anyways, I'm going to do the longer form on YouTube. And yeah, so anyways, I'm doing the caffeine starting tomorrow, the non-caffeine rather, and I'll let you guys know in 30 days how it goes. If I want to continue it or not, I'll let you guys know. So, and I'll post other videos too of other initiatives I'm taking part in order to develop myself further. If you guys are interested, of course, there's like 10 to 20 different initiatives I'm doing at once in the mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, habitual realms in order to improve myself so I can become the version of myself that can maximize my true potential. So if you guys are interested, I'll post more things that I'm doing for myself in order to improve myself. So, and I'm going to be as transparent as I humanly can. One of my, if not my biggest core value is honesty and integrity and transparency and trust. And so those all kind of fit together, especially in relationships, but just in general. Like I'm going to be, you know, I am a straight shooter, so I'm just going to tell you guys how it is, whether I'm doing good or not doing good. I'll share it. So anyways, I suppose that will be it for this video. If you guys have any questions or this was useful for you at all or slightly entertaining or somewhere in between, feel free to let me know. I'm open to your guys' feedback. I'm going to be doing these kind of vlog style videos where just kind of like off the cuff. And so if you guys want to see other styles of videos from me, let me know as well. But outside of that, I appreciate your guys' time and attention. If you stuck with me to the end, feel free to like and subscribe for more so you stay in touch with future videos once they're released. And besides that, thank you again for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.